It's a pretty reasonable one, chaps. 5-4 off. What are you fucking doing, man? What an absolute joke of a human being. Such a shame, man. As I'm running just a fucking insane bluff once again. Right, well, I'm going to replay this one and put it in the highlights because it was gangster. Anyway, we defend queen 10 versus under the gun. Villain bets pot. So I check call. I think folding without a club could be a thing. I don't want to play too many raises versus pot, so I decided to just call. Turn comes an 8. I was thinking about leading. I mentioned about leading, and I was like, no, I'll just check raise instead. So I check. Villain bets half pot. We make it 21 bigs because I'm well ad. Villain calls. And the 8, I don't think is bad as it seems. He doesn't have 8-9, or I don't think should have 8-9, because he only has 2 combos of 8-9 suited, and he bet massive on the flop. So I don't know if he's going to have 8-9 in this line at all. 8 seems incredibly unlikely for the same reasons. 4s, he shouldn't even be opening 4s pure under the gun. Kings doesn't really want to bet pot, so 9s is the only hand that boats up. So I thought about this for a while before shoving. I'm not concerned about like, oh, well, if he's, you know, I don't want to shove because he might have boat. It's more just my sizing. Like, do my flushes want to go all in here? And it's like, well, how many boats does he have? Not that many. So yes, my flushes, my nut flushes for sure want to go all in. Good thing about this hand as well, obviously the queen blocks some stuff. Blocks some flushes, ace, queen, queen, jack, queen 10. He can also still have something like ace, jack with the ace of clubs. So he has what I would hope to be auto folds. So I jam. So I shove, and then my computer takes a shit as I'm all in. But if I'd have left any behind, then I'm disconnected, and he can potentially just raise. So let's say he has ace jack with the ace of clubs. If I bet 2/3, he can shove as a bluff, and then I've got no more moves. If I bet 2/3 and then disconnect and he has that hand, he's more inclined to shove as well because he has disconnect fold equity as well as fold equity. So, fucking hell am I glad I jammed. And yeah, he folded, which I didn't know until I logged back in. We got it through, Eric. We got it fucking through. Jesus. Don't make me do it. I've been bluffing way too much recently. Versus really big bets here, I'm probably folding turn now. So this is the kind of spot where I think people are like, oh, well, yeah, I should call because, you know, blah, blah, blah. An ace isn't a nutted out anymore. King jack is very possible. So an ace, we've got reverse implied odds. Also, we only have 2. Basically, we've got 2 clean outs. We need a 6 of diamonds or the 6 of clubs. So what was a pretty strong draw is now kind of trash. Okay, so versus big blind here, we're just going to call, play a flop in position. Huh! It's a pretty reasonable one, chaps. I'm going to bet small because I don't expect to see too many folds. Okay, and then I might check back the turn. I think we actually get called by ace king quite often here when we take this line. Yeah, I think he's got his king. Or something similar. Nice. Thanks, GG. Congratulations on your big hand. Nice one. Hello, that is top set. Do I ever want to check this hand? Because I know I'm checking this board a lot, but I think it's just too much merit to be betting, to not bet. And I probably would have 3-bet versus check raise. Brings in a straight, which isn't ideal. Villain leads. We're just going to call and then call a reasonable amount of rivers. And obviously raise. We take like the 4 of spades, it'd be nice. 6 of diamonds should hopefully do. I expect his hands are going to be better than ours to check raise flop. And yeah, versus bet we just shove. Bluffs. Would we ever bluff aces with the ace of diamonds versus big bet? So, multiple sizes, I think. I'm only betting straights plus here, so probably only 3/4 and overbet. I guess something like this. And then we bet like probably just 10 jack of anything. but especially if we have a diamond. Righto, we isolate the fun player here. This dude limps under the gun. We ISO. Ace King 3 is a pretty good board for us. Big blind comes along as well, but big blind just doesn't have any very good hands here apart from one combo of ace 3 and 3 of 3s. Kind of hoping it went fold call, to be honest. In terms of actually straight value betting, I don't think there's that much merit. So I guess we call, I guess we check back. And then hero on some non-Broadway rivers. I don't think we can even just do anything here apart from a check fold, you know. Do we have a chop here? Ace, ace, king, jack. Does he have a bet like king, queen? Just in case he has like ace 5 suited. I mean, I guess he just has ace 10 a lot here. But his other hands just bet bigger, so I think he has to specifically have ace 10. 5-4 off. What are you fucking doing, man? I raised 3.5x as well, you dope. Picking up the kings at 1,000 NL. We are going to call 4 bets. 23.5 seems good to me. 23, 23.5. High roll, we'll go 0.5. Money is $235. Oh, wow. Please don't have aces. What else? How about a king, dealer? God, it's so sad. King of hearts. Take a couple of spades. It's just so sad. I find bottom of range, he finds top. Do I fold queens though? Against unknown, I might fold queens. How sad. I'm on a 13 roll, so I'm going to flat here. I don't know if we have a flat versus cutoff, actually. We will be seeing a turn. I wonder if we ever call this if we play in this manner. Depends on size, because you can probably range bet. I think I'm going to call flop and turn. Do we see bets from like 10s and stuff here? Surely he doesn't bluff any pairs, right? Like ace 3, would that have a bluff? I might call this, to be honest. I think this is better than like 7-6, and we're going to have to find some non-king X calls. Yeah, I think this is okay to call river with, but can somebody just have a bluff for once? Nope. I don't think that 1K on ACR plays as like what I don't think that how do I put it? I don't think it's like proper in the way. Like I don't think people are studying solvers and bluffing at correct frequencies and stuff. I think it's just people are just like, oh look, I have a hand that wants my hand is good, I bet pot. And that's it. And I think honestly their level just sort of extends to that. We are going to come in with a cold 4-bet here with ace queen. This time we won't be calling a shove. I think we might actually have shoves here. Cold 4-bet shoves. Okay. This one's a weird one. I don't know if we're going to range bet this. This is a really awkward one because I don't want to bet fold and we get jammed on a lot on this board. We might even shove. Shove feels kind of shit, right? Hello. Look at that turn card, boys. Right, just fucking hold here. We'll go small here, I think. I think probably range betting for small seems pretty good. What do you mean, fold? That's well annoying. We just turned the nuts. Turn 2 pair with jack 3. And face over bet. Don't really think we have many razors versus this size. Nice. We block jacks, which is nice. Kings, I don't expect to be in there all that often. And he fannies out on river, which is not the worst fanny out on, but I still have jack X of clubs that can potentially fold. Pretty reasonable flop here when we 3-bet ace jack of diamonds. Oh, I'm on a 99. I think this goes all in sometimes. Does it? I'm going all in because I'm on a 99. Does it? Or is it like in position it doesn't? Do we ever play shoves here? I'm on a 99, so I'm doing it. I'm not sure if it does it. Fuck, give me a 10. Alright, I 4-bet call anyway, so... Give me an 8. Give me an 8. Might be a punt. Give me a 10. No queen, diamond. No queen or jack. Might have been a punt, but we take it. The ace jack, he folded, unfortunately. Right, we'll take that. We're probably running above EV now, which is something. Turn a flush here. I'm going to bet small. I'm going to just spec a reasonable amount on this board. I still think we can bet some like 7s, 8s, stuff like that, especially with the diamonds. And then with polar on the river, I'm not betting worse than jack X, I don't think. Maybe a 2-sizing thing. Maybe have like 60% with like aces, with queens, if we think he's sticky. Depends on opponents, to be honest. Trying to go for thin value here. He bets big on flop, check, check, turn. I don't really think he's the bluffing type, so I think just betting small here is going to be better. 10s, I thought this was pure 4-betting, but it's not. So we're just going to call versus a 3-bet blind and blind. And then kind of hate life. We do get tank called here, so should be good. What the fuck was he tanking for? I think I'm going to go for value here on the turn. So blind on blind is a bit different. He can still have like jack 4 suited and like some queen 7 off, king 7 off, stuff like that. So I think this board, there's more kind of hands blind on blind. In different positions, I don't think I'll be doing this, but there's more hands blind on blind that are going to want to continue. Plus 10s, like when he has like king jack, queen jack, stuff like that, like we get protection from those hands. So I think 10s works well as a value bet. Half pot seems pretty reasonable size. So I'm going to go with this size. I think bigger bets are generally the standard here. I think have multiple sizes. Not the card I wanted to see. I don't like having the queen of clubs either, so this will be a check forward. Okay, not versus less than a quarter. He's going to have 8s a lot and snap check back river, but there's a tiny chance he's just bluffing and then decides to give up. Can also generally always hit an ace or a queen. Maybe not. 9s would make a lot of sense here. 9s would make a hell of a lot of sense. I'm on a very high roll, so we're going to go for the 4-bet here. This is, I think, it doesn't do it often if I remember correctly. So I'm only doing this on very high rolls. And I was on a 95, so I think it's fine. We don't have to use that hand as well. You can kind of, you know, when you 4-bet bluff, so I think in that spot, ace-10 suited will 4-bet half the time, call half the time. You don't necessarily have to use, you know, king-queen offsuit. You could just up your ace-10 suited frequency and stuff like that. It's not like a necessity. You have to be exactly right because people aren't going to be able to figure it out anyway. With a hand like king-queen, when the board would, you know, if you're flopping a sort of nutted hand for king-queen, it would be nutted for your actual 4-bet value range anyway. King-king X, king-queen X. Ace jack 10, stuff like that. That goes for the lead. I think both options available. We will play a turn. Turn's better for us. Expect to see maybe overbet or check from villain. Well, that would be, I would imagine GTO doing a lot of... They're probably checking quite a lot on this turn. So the bet should be really big when they do decide to bet. Yeah. We will be seeing a river and then folding on certain rivers, I think. Folding on a lot of rivers, actually. 4's an interesting one. I think he can play a lot of checks here and check some really strong hands as well. 9 of clubs, definitely a bad card. Yeah, just an easy check now, I think. He's representing polar on the turn, so we don't beat value at any point. We just, like, 8-5 could even check jam, so... 8-5. Nice, you can still have ace-8 as well, maybe, if he's overbetting. If he's just playing overbet or check, I think ace-8 might just be strong enough. But I'm not too sure. Yeah, I've double checked back, and then we have a very clear bluff on river. I'm actually going to go slight overbet as well, because I have some like ace-8 and ace-9 and stuff here. Alright, we've been 4-betting this guy. This is the 3rd time we've 4-bet this guy in these positions. We had 10s, we had king-queen off, and we got ace-king suited. Jam like ace-queen or something, that'd be nice. Okay. We're running it once. Please get there. Ace, king, or heart. Come on, ace, king, or heart, please. So sad, man. Ugh, come on. That's fucking 3k. We've lost up to all-ins. Can we cold foil bet in here with jacks? I think the size is fine. I guess we call off here as well. I don't think he... So this is like... It's just so many ace kings that I think we're supposed to call off. So we are calling here. I'm hoping to see ace king. It's not a good start, boys. Keep them really low. Alright, we take it. We take it. To losing fucking back-to-back flips would have been well annoying, so we take that. I think I'm just gonna range bet this board. About a third seems good. Potentially multi-barrel in this one. Am I not even live on YouTube? Do I want to triple this off? I'm on a 4, so I'm gonna bottle it and river some showdown. Probably calling versus bet as well. Gonna have some ace 10 suited and shit. Yeah, easy call versus that side. Yep. And again, just stuff like that, man. He's found. Oh yeah. I guess you put me on queen 8. I don't think his value bet's bad. It's just so frustrating. It comes at 8 on the river. I guess he doesn't fold turn, and then we lose. Actually, we lose more if we Give me an 8-ball corner pocket, man. I can't be asked just dusting left, right, and center. No, I'm not taking no bait. I don't know how we're going to bluff in these spots and what's best to bluff with and stuff, but don't think we win pretty often, but when we check back flop, I think you need to get at least a couple of streets here. I'm going to go for the 4-bet TS. Guy's been pretty active. Here, I am going to double with this hand. I might. Do I want to triple? I guess I shove in a spade, mate, and I just get fucking jammed on. I just quite literally need to get more value. It's as simple as that. Yeah, obviously this guy's just a punter. I was like, I know he's 3-betting way too much. I just wasn't sure if he would just 5-bet, just cancer as well. So, guy's just obviously a whale, which is a shame. Let me get jammed on here by fucking God knows what. I don't really know what wants to jam, but I think my double is good. I think my hand makes sense to double and barrel on a spade, potentially give up on a river. I think that... I'm saying all this, and it's just... I know it's just a case of I just need more value hands, because I'm playing my bluff... I think I'm playing my bluffs really well. And it's just that I'm having way more bluffs than I'm having value. And that's just the way the cards are falling. Another day, I just have value in every single spot. And we're just laughing because we're just, every time we bet there, we get jammed on, we snap. You know, we have aces sometimes and he fucking flicks it in with, I guess, 6s. Aces, come on, let's run a buy-in. Versus 2.2, we can go 7.5. Versus 2, we'll go 7. Come on, let's win a buy-in back. We've been dusting. I was just moaning about not having value all day. Hello, Piff Pav. What are we thinking about? Oh, yeah, you'd love to see it. I think I'm just going to roll here. I think I want to play a reasonable amount of calls in these positions. On a low roll, we will call. And not the best of flops at all. I think check jamming. And hopefully it just has like kings or something. Yeah, at this SPR, just going to shove, I think. Could just call, actually. Pretty interesting one. Just have kings. I guess he has some like king jack, which now calls as well. Yeah, I think just shove. I'm not really sure. I don't really know. So I'm going to go small with the 3-bet here versus this stack, because what's going to happen, he's going to peel a lot versus 3-bet anyway. So if I make this like 13, he'll just peel and then we end up in weird spots when we miss the flop. I think just trying to go for 3 streets. And shove basically every non-heart, non-4 river. Ah, king spades, a lovely river. He has his beat, good luck to him. Lovely river. There's a load of really shit ones. Any heart, any 4. 7's not ideal. 8's bad. 9's bad. 3's bad. So, pretty happy to see the king spades. Even if he does fold, just means we have an easy show. Don't think I want to squeeze just because I think he calls too much here. Hello. Gives a club. I am going to go for the bet because I'm trying to fold out some stuff that is ahead of us. I've got a6 suited and I've called a 3-bet here. That's a really bad river. I guess we have a tiny bit of showdown. The 6 is pretty bad. Here we call a 3-bet because he 3-bet small. He could definitely have kings here. But we are going to try and play for stacks. Check, check on flop. Going to raise turn and jam river. Surely you don't have kings. Come on, don't. It'd be so grim if he's got kings and does this. Maybe I should flat in case he's got an absolute fucking torture. So AIDS, man. As if you've just like done that with kings as well. Fucking hell, that's why I've tagged him as a nit whale. These callers are just insane, man. What an absolute joke of a human being. What a joke of a day as well, man. Pretty grim day. Lost many thousands today. I don't even want to see how many thousands it was. A lot of unavoidable spots. I just had ace-6 on king 6-6 against kings. What do you want me to do? I had kings against aces. What do you want me to do? I had ace-king suited against 10s. And we were rolling pre-flop. What do you want me to do? And I think some of the bluffs we did were pretty decent. At least we got it through with the bluff at 1k before the computer died. Things could be worse. Things could be worse. I am going to... I don't know what I'm going to do here. I'm just going to bet small, I think. Couple of straights out there. I'd much rather have 8s than jacks here, to be honest. Because then we unblock the top pair and can get called by a load more hands with this line. But still think there's enough to get value from here. Check call doesn't feel good. Check fold definitely doesn't feel good. He doesn't have that many flushes. I just wonder how thin this is for value. How often he calls worse. Need him to have like 7-4 suited, 8-4 suited, 7-8 that didn't raise flop, which seems unlikely. 8-9 that just wants to hero. Having the jack of clubs is nice. You can have 8x of clubs. Some hands like ace-6 of clubs, stuff like that. Just today can fuck off, man. He's finding a miraculous bluff. I mean, I just can't imagine this guy's going to find a bluff with like ace-8 with the ace of clubs. Just such a shit day. Like, the last hand we had at 1k was like ace-10, 10-10-4. C-bet, he folds. Okay. Flop top set with jacks. Have to fucking bet the flop, bet the turn, bet the river, get raised, and have to fold. Such a fucking horrible day. Always when I come back, I start dusting it. I'm probably 6k down in 2 days.